49 అంటే సంతానం, 49 అంటే సంతోషం. 49
ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, తెలంగాణ.
తెలంగాణలో మౌలిక వసతులు స్థిరమైన ప్రభుత్వం ఉండడంతో రాష్ట్రానికి పెట్టుబడులు వెల్లువెత్తుతున్నాయని మంత్రి కేటీఆర్ తెలిపారు. ఈ మేరకు ప్రపంచంలో ప్రఖ్యాతిగాంచిన 5 ఐటీ కంపెనీలు తమ రెండవ అతిపెద్ద కేంద్రాలను హైదరాబాద్లో నెలకొల్పాయన్నారు. అత్యంత నివాసయోగ్యమైన నగరంగా హైదరాబాద్ నిలుస్తుందన్న కేటీఆర్ దేశంలోని ఇతర నగరాలతో పోలిస్తే హైదరాబాద్లో సౌకర్యాలన్నీ బాగున్నాయన్నారు. హెచ్ఐసిసిలో జరిగిన నాస్కాం 12వ ఎడిషన్ జీసీసీ కాంక్లేవ్కు మంత్రి కేటీఆర్ ముఖ్య అతిథిగా హాజరయ్యారు. వివిధ నగరాలకు చెందిన ఐటీ, ఇతర రంగాలకు చెందిన ప్రముఖులు భారీగా పాల్గొన్నారు.
In the Indian landscape, I think there's more than 1,500 GCCs already, with more than 2,500 plus established centers across multiple metros in India. 65% of the GCCs that are set up in India are headquartered in the Americas, specifically the US, followed by UK and European Union. The key levers of growth for the GCC market are, of course, availability of talent, I think, which is what India has in abundance, in the digital and emerging space, the innovation ecosystem, infrastructure and livability, which is, of course, something that every government in India is constantly working on, and most importantly, I think, able and stable governance, which does matter at the end of the day. The Telangana government, the local state government here, has established centers of excellence in coordination with various industry players, academic institutions, and research organizations for creating the necessary talent pool. Another very important enabler, which the government of Telangana has created, a few years ago, is called as the TASK. Now, TASK stands for Telangana Academy for Skill and Knowledge, for training and creating the necessary manpower for various engineering and traditional degree colleges across the state. Some of the most prominent GCCs in Hyderabad, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Apple, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, HSBC, Franklin Templeton, Broadridge, ADP, JP Morgan, Novartis, Deloitte, the list goes on, it's quite a long list. Some of the most prominent GCCs who've set up office during the last 5 to 7 years in Telangana includes DBS Bank, Pepsi, Chubb Insurance, Mass Mutual, Goldman Sachs, Swiss Re, Advanced Auto Parts, RCCM, Gap, ZF, State Street, Intel, ICE, F5 Networks, Micron, and Callaway Golf, and the list goes on also. It's an impressive list. If you look at the top 5 most valued tech companies of the world, all 5 of them, without an exception, have their largest campus outside of their headquarters. And that marquee list includes Apple, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, and Amazon. All 5 of them have their largest campus in Hyderabad, in Telangana. And most importantly, Amazon's largest campus in the world is not in Seattle. It is actually in Hyderabad. Let me also add Uber, Salesforce, Micron, Qualcomm, all of their second largest centers in the world are also in Hyderabad. Hyderabad's IT growth story is something that's extremely impressive. Last year, in the middle of the pandemic, when the national average IT export growth was about 17%, Hyderabad had clocked a 26% growth. In fact, out of the 450,000 jobs added last year in the IT sector, 150,000, which is 1/3, were in Hyderabad. Let me quickly also tell you, for those of you who are interested in understanding why Hyderabad for a GCC, on the livability and infrastructure, there is an agency called as Mercer, which rates cities on a livability index across the world. They've rated Hyderabad as a city with the best quality of living among all Indian cities for 5 years in a row now, from 2015 until 2020. Of course, in the middle of the pandemic, they had suspended their ratings, but I do believe that had they done it, we would have still come out trumps. Our infrastructure certainly is better than most other cities in India. The only city that leaves you with a stable government and an able leader and with the best quality of infrastructure is Hyderabad. We in Hyderabad have actually focused on improving urban infrastructure. Unlike other cities, we do not have any problems with respect to power or drinking water. We are not one of those cities where you will have to ferry water, drinking water in railway tankers. We have provisioned and we have planned for drinking water needs till 2051. We have satiated our drinking water requirement and we continue to improve on that. We have ensured also that there are no disruptions with respect to power supply and we provide 24/7 quality power. More importantly, public transportation is also important. We've completed 70 kilometers of Hyderabad metro and we are looking to expand it even further to make our public transportation even more robust. To alleviate the congestion problems in the city, we've built more than 30 flyovers in the last 5 years as part of our strategic road development program, and we continue to add more and more to that. We are adjudged, like I said, as the most livable city, and more importantly, it's not just infrastructure that's important. More important is the talent. The think force of Hyderabad, the think force of my state is something that I'm truly proud of. About 1/3 of the employees working in any IT company in India, including Bangalore, will have roots from my city, from Hyderabad. That's because of the ecosystem, the educational ecosystem we have here. We have more than 250 plus reputed engineering colleges. We have most certainly one of the best business schools in the country. I think the best business school in the country, Indian School of Business. So, all in all, we have the ability to attract the best talent from across the country, irrespective of which part of India you are from. Kolkata, Mumbai, Delhi, Kanpur, Jabalpur. This does not discriminate based on region, religion, language, etc. We are one of those cities which are truly a melting pot, and we symbolize and we truly live up to that reputation. Telangana not only has good policy framework and a good principle when it comes to ease of doing business, we also have a fantastic innovation ecosystem. In fact, the world's largest innovation incubator, T-Hub, has been unveiled on 28th, a day before yesterday, right here in the city of Hyderabad. If you go around all the cities in India and then come to Hyderabad, I think you will understand that whatever I've just mentioned is actually an accurate depiction. Who are already in Hyderabad, I request you to consider, growing further. For those of you who are not here, we would love to be a part of the growth story. So I welcome you all to Hyderabad, and I look forward to working closely with many of you if you need a one-on-one conversation. My principal secretary is also here. So thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Telangana.